border. President Biden is expected to visit Brownsville, Texas tomorrow as the migrant shifts west to California.
The migrant crisis. Yeah, Fox News has learned that only 12 immigrants, illegal immigrants, have been apprehended in the city within the last 24 hours. So why would you go to a place where there's no action if you want to find out what the problem is? Griff Jenkins is live in Brownsville. Hey, Griff, why is he going there?
Well, that's a good question. And good morning, Brian, Ainsley, and Steve. And where I am standing right here is Camp Monument, where just 9 months ago in May of 2023, before Title 42, this was ground zero here in Brownsville. Let me show you video we shot at the time. Fox was on the ground. Fox was in the sky. You can see waves of hundreds of migrants crossing the Rio Grande behind me. There was no razor wire here. There were no Operation Lone Star reinforcements along the river trying to stop it, and you can see them just coming. This is the location, by the way, where Alejandro Mayorkas, DHS Secretary, visited, and then Raul Ortiz, the chief of the Border Patrol, came to see it. And there's one piece of tape I want to show you this, guys. This is Texas DPS down along the river at this very place, Camp Monument, where I was standing, throwing rope to the middle of the river to migrants, some of whom drowned and lost their lives because they couldn't stop it at the time. But now, with miles of razor wire and reinforcements, that has indeed stopped. Texas DPS has gone from life savings to stopping the crossings, along with coordination with Border Patrol, who are here as well. Here's what Texas DPS Lieutenant Oliveira said about the difference between now and then. Listen.
And because of our efforts, that has been a proven example of what the state of Texas can do by securing its own border, by having those resources, by placing physical barriers along the river. And because of those efforts, we're seeing a dramatic increase in illegal border crossings in areas such as Arizona and San Diego.
But many of the tragic consequences are still being felt of many who have illegally crossed and were released into the U.S. Nothing more prominent now than the tragic murder of Laken Riley, that University of Georgia nursing student killed at the hands of Jose Ibarra, the Venezuelan who crossed in El Paso in 2022 and was released. But that's not the only isolated case. We're learning now about many more. I can show you a full screen of this Salvadoran migrant illegally present, according to ICE. His name is Nilson Granados Trejo, accused of killing a tragic death of a 2-year-old infant. And that doesn't stop. In Maryland there, go down to Louisiana, in Kenner, Louisiana, a Honduran migrant accused of raping at knife point a 14-year-old teenage girl. That is all a part of what's happening. Now, back out here, as you can see behind me, the razor wire, it's quiet, no migrants crossing, not even migrants on the other side looking to even attempt the crossing. But I've learned from Border Patrol in the last 72 hours, 11 migrants have been apprehended with criminal histories. They were trying to come in the last 72 hours. They were stopped. They're convicted of crimes including murder, rape, and trafficking of weapons, as well as aggravated assault. So that's the picture. It'll be interesting to see if President Biden comes here. But by the way, President Biden isn't the only VIP visit you'll have in Brownsville. Our own Lawrence Jones coming here to this same location to broadcast from here tomorrow as we await to see exactly where the president will go and who he'll be visiting with. Guys, I'll send it back to you.
All right, Griff, thank you very much for setting the table.
Yeah, Griff, my sense he's going to use it to grandstand to say we had a deal, Republicans walked away from it. If he actually wanted to see the action, he'd go meet with the governor and said, what's the problem? How can we work it out? What have you done with the wall? What has the wall done to fix it? Or he'd go to San Diego and say, what's with these buses? Where are these people going? Right. How do I help this Gavin Newsom? Put some more gel on and let's work this out. But instead, he wants as a political issue. You're the president. Lead.
He's running for president, and he's going to blame the Republicans.
But he is president.
Yes, he is. And he is going to blame the Republicans for this and everything else right through the State of the Union.
Which is ridiculous.
But he has blood on his hands with these illegals.
How about all of these articles we're reading about the 25-year-old illegal who was arrested in connection with the death of a 2-year-old boy, the 19-year-old illegal arrested for raping a 14-year-old girl at knife point. ICE in Boston, there was a Guatemalan national convicted of sexually assaulting a child under 14, had to be released because of ICE wanted a detainer request, but because it's sanctuary and because of laws, they just can't. And then what happened in Georgia to precious Laken?
Yeah, Georgia's a mystery. Why they didn't get him?
It turns out Athens, Georgia, is a sanctuary city.
I know.
I did not know that.
Clark County, is that right?
Yeah.
I'm Steve Doocy.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.